Hi, okay. I intentionally do not look at the piano when I was playing. Yes, you might feel I made like a mistake, but if you listen attentively, you will know and feel you wouldn't know I made a mistake actually. And however, if you think it's a mistake, I tell you what, it's not a mistake, right? It's just a scale. When you play on your keyboard, on your piano, the notes that you need to actually include in your chords are more than the notes that sounds like it's off chord. So what am I trying to say? Some of us, pianists out there, especially beginners, you are scared of playing on all the keys, due to so many reasons. I made some little research and I realized that so many people so many people are scared of playing on other keys. They just want a particular key that they are used to, and that's just what they want to play on. There's no problem, but someday you will need to play on all keys, okay? Right. So now this is it. Don't be scared of playing on all keys. And I will give us two scenario or two kind of people I have done a research on, and I see the reason why they want to play on the same key they've been playing on. First is this: for those category of people who have learned some chords or some riffs or some slow, some grace notes application to some movements, and they feel like if I play on other keys, I can't play those chords, like I can't play those movements, I can't play those riffs, that's not a problem. This is it. One way to be able to play on all keys is just ensure that when you are practicing, when you're not live on stage, do not transpose, right? Tip one, whenever you're not live on stage, do not transpose. Okay, I'll break that down. What do I mean? You are in a rehearsal, right? Maybe the band leader or the singer comes up with a song and the singer can only sing on a particular key, or you are meant to actually score a song and then do it at a band, right? So at that stage, do not transpose. Why? Because you're in a practice, you're in a rehearsal. So play on the key that is the song, like the right key the song is on. Play whatever you can play on that key at that time. What do I mean? Take your time. Since you are in the practice room, rehearse it. Even after that meeting, you can still go home and rehearse that song on that particular key properly to the best of what you can do to that song. When you do that, of course, on the live stage, you are going to play on the original key as well. You wouldn't need to transpose. Okay? So if you're in that category, let me give you another hint on that particular category. Okay? For example, if you have not had chance to rehearse a song and a singer comes on stage to sing and you're just there and he sings on a key that, of course, you can play on that key, but you can't play all your stuffs, all those special chords you've always known. You can't play them on that key. And then here you go, a singer is singing on a strange key that you are not used to, playing all your heavy, heavy chords that will impress the people. Now, what's it called? Music or playing the piano. I mean, there are two sides of playing the piano, okay? If you want to be a blessing to your listener, it's not by the amount of heavy chords you play, right? That's just what it is. Just play and be spirit filled. Someone can be blessed. It's not by the heavy chords you play. So there is no point transposing just because you want to play all the chords you know. It's not necessary. Just be able to play the basics. That's why I started with that, diatonic scale on all the keys. Once you're able to do all the diatonic scales on all the keys, you are fine. You are good to go. There's no need to play all the fat chords and all of that on all keys, right? And the truth is, there are some keys you can't really play some kind of stuff. Yeah, it's not just going to be sweet enough because you might not be able to do the flooring enough because of the kind of key it is. So these are just by the way. But however, whenever you are rehearsing or practicing, make sure you play on the right key. The singer is singing, or the right key that is agreed in the band. Play on that key. Do not transpose during practice. For some reason, I mean, sometimes you can transpose if you're in a live stage. Why? Because when the singer come and want to sing and probably have not rehearsed with that singer, I mean, if you are bent to transpose, yes, you might transpose if you want. Yeah, maybe. But however, if you keep the practice of always playing the song during your rehearsal on the right key, you will improve on playing on other keys, right? Keep that at your right hand. I mean, in your right memory, and do not transpose anymore when you are rehearsing. So the other category of people is probably you have not rehearsed the keys. Okay, you don't really know how to play on all keys because you don't even know how to play anything on any other key. So that is why I've done this diatonic movement on all keys. You need to practice this diatonic movement on all keys, on your own. Just like right now, as I'm watching this video, get your keyboard, get your piano, start practicing the diatonic, scale with your chords. Don't forget this. Don't do this, notes. Don't do that. Don't do that because you don't want to do that because you are not going to be playing notes when someone is singing, right? You are going to be playing chord. So you need to actually practice a diatonic scale with chords. And if you watch what I did carefully, you will see that I did not play more than maybe 3 chords for the whole scale, right? For the whole diatonic scale, I mean, from do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, I did not play, and do, re, to, la, sol, fa, do. I didn't play more than just 3 chords on the movement. That's a very, very major hack if you want to be fast and quick in learning how to play on all keys without any issues. Now, I will use, let me tell you the truth. I consider key C very boring. It's very boring for me. So I will use maybe any key. I don't know. Let me use E flat, has some white and black. Let me use E flat to do the example of what I'm saying. Watch this. I will do the diatonic scale up and back on the same key and watch the chords I'm going to play. Watch this. Can you see that? Watch my right hand, right? Can you see that? Now I'm playing the first inversion, right? Right. So I'll do that again one more time. Just watch what I do on my right hand, okay? On the upper part of the piano. Watch out. I'm starting again. See that? I'm going backwards now. Yeah, I used the second inversion this time around to play it, so it's clearer for us. Now, what have I done? This is to say that if a song is going to maybe La, at least you should know your notes, right? You know your notes. So basically, if you know your 3 chords, what are the 3 chords? That is your Do, your Fa, and your Sol. You should know that on all keys, minimally. I mean, you should practice that on all keys. So once you know that on all keys, and probably the songs go to La or something, or it goes to Mi or something, and you don't know what chord to combine to get that particular note chord. You don't need to play so much complex chord, something like this. You don't need to do this if you have not practiced it or if you are not good enough on your, you don't need to do all of that. Just play. If it goes to me, just play this. Yep, it covers, right? And if it goes to La, you can just play this. If it goes to Fa, you can still play this. If you go to Sol, you can still play this. If you go to Re, you can still play this. If it goes to T, you can still play this. And then go back to. So basically, you can play on all keys, actually. You can play on all keys. You are either in the category of those who wants to play a fat chord, which is not every time important, in music, right? You must not play fat chord every time, right? So that's it. You can play on all keys, just play your basic chord. But however, during rehearsal, if you have the opportunity to rehearse with a band or with a singer, of course, you can do everything at that point. But if it's spontaneous and then you have to play on a song and someone just come to sing, don't worry. Play on the key that the person has hung on and play what you can play on that key. And I mean, this is you improving yourself. Because I tell you what, there are some piano that does not have transpose. Yeah, there are. Grand piano doesn't have transpose. And you might just not know where you find yourself someday and there's no transpose. Or someone comes to sing and probably then you have not done your rehearsal, you have not been playing on all keys, and then you can't just play anything. I mean, that would be nice. So do this and you will see yourself improving gradually. It's a gradual process. It's not as difficult as it appears, though. And just make sure you are disciplined. Discipline is another thing entirely. You need to be disciplined not to hit the transpose button. All right? Be disciplined not to hit the transpose button at every slight opportunity. That's why I said during practice, avoid transpose button. Only play the song on the right keys. If you watch all of my previous video, most of the song I play them on the keys that the artist has sung the song. So that's how it goes. That's how you keep improving. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, go ahead and share with your friend and make sure somebody gets something out of this video. Till another time, see you and keep practicing. Bye now.